We're talking about $20.83 a week. That's right. Listen, did you hear the story this week about the evil talk show host who called a woman a slut and the wonderful president guy who jumped in to defend her honor and all this kind of hoo-ha? Yep. That's the story of Sandra Fluck. You know, she's the one that was in front of Congress a week or two ago. She's a Georgetown University law student, testifying that health insurance for law students or whatever it is should include birth control because a friend of hers, a law student, I guess, had to pay, couldn't afford the health insurance for birth control over 3 years at law school. It was $3,000, and that breaks down to $1,000 a year, or $83 a month, or $20.83 a week. She couldn't afford it, and because she couldn't get birth control, she had an ovary that they had to remove because it has cysts on it, and birth control would have stopped all that and whatever. Now we have to include birth control on our health insurance, or else it's uncool and unfair and all of that. And that's why Rush was calling her a slut. We should see her on YouTube having sex because now we have to pay for her birth control. And she's a law student. What's she doing on her back anyway? And all this kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, that's productive. That's really good. And then the president, of course, jumping in, defending women against the Republicans' war on women. A bunch of hoo-ha, the whole thing. You know what's really obscene about this? The real obscenity here is that we expect somebody to pay for $20.83 a week. That's weird. We call that insurance. Insurance is for unexpected, catastrophic events that would floor you financially, not $20 a week. Yet, and we're all guilty of this. It doesn't have any. I don't care whether it's contraceptives or you have the sniffles or whatever it is. I mean, this is the reason why that there are so many people that can't get coverage in the United States right now for catastrophic events that would screw them over. Because every time some company has to take somebody on, they have to give you a policy that covers you if you stub your freaking toe, for God's sakes. No wonder why they don't want to extend benefits to people, and that's why everybody's stuck at 29 hours a week, because they don't want to take on the expense, because we have to cover every stupid little thing, and then we turn around and we bitch about how expensive it is, and yet we want every stupid little thing covered. What we have right now is not health insurance so much in the United States. It's really just prepaid health care through a third party, and we have to pay all, which is the insurance companies. We've got to pay all the administrative costs, add them into for every stupid little thing. But no, we'd much rather fight about who's a slut and who's on their back and whether you're outrageous for bringing it up and all this kind of stuff, and the president being this nice guy, Mr. Compassionate, jumping in and paying for every stupid little thing, which means companies don't want to cover anybody, because once they cover you, they're basically your mommy, for God's sakes. It's just amazing to me. Nobody talks about it except me. And, a lot of people talk about it, but not enough. And this is the reason why it never gets any better, because there's no leadership and there's nobody calling our attention to it. We're having way too much time way too much fun. I've had fun doing this. Way too much fun name calling who's a slut. A lot more fun than actually talking about the issue. This is why it never gets any better.